Yes, so welcome everyone again to the Knowledge Bite series of brought to you by Inspiration Station. We have, as a team, has come up with this sessions for ICW, which is International Coaching Week. Particularly, the agenda for those sessions is to actually make you aware of what exactly we are bringing up for you very soon. And to that, today I am Tulika and I am a NLP and emotional intelligence practitioner, master practitioner and trainer. I'm also a mindset map coach, which is a new kind of coaching introduced in Asia Pacific and UAE. So, fortunately, me and Ikra were the first batch of the coaches which has been produced in UAE. So, and we'll discuss that how that has changed our, I say, direction towards what you wanted to achieve. So today in our session, and obviously with me, I have my dear and very lovely Coach Ikra. She is also a NLP master practitioner, EI trainer, and a mindset map coach. She works around mothers, and I got the privilege to attend this course with Ikra. And why I say privilege, because that was a very insightful and in-depth training program which we attended, and that has an impact of what we are doing it today. So yeah, so to start with, I heard few of the words what they have mentioned, like Smita say, unproductivity and frustration, whereas Natalie mentioned open for learning. When we hear about the mindset, we generally don't know how to navigate it. So, what exactly is mindset? What we heard were some state of mind, like Smita was mentioning about unproductiveness and frustration. That is a state of mind. So, what exactly is mindset? So, in this session, we will get a wider idea about what is mindset, what is financial robustness really means, and what are some of the misconceptions we have it around mindset, and how to navigate our mindset to get our outcome. So, yeah, over to you, Ikra, just to have a wider picture of that. What exactly is mindset?
Um, First of all, I thank everybody for joining us today. This is going to be a very exciting and full of awareness session for you. We're really excited to bring this forward because, yes, we talk so many modalities in coaching, but mindset is something which is very broad, very the concept of mindset is very on the high level spoken about, but not in the nitty gritty details. And so that's what we bring to you today. The conversation that we are going to have is going to enlighten you about what mindset really is in terms of whatever we have studied in our mindset maps coaching journey. Now, moving forward to what mindset is after becoming aware of and after studying this, I can tell you that mindset is not just a state of mind, it is more than that, and we can say that now because we know it. Um, the best way to explain mindset in three words would be our inner state, our attitude, and our thinking process of how we think. So compiling these three words, I would say, is what makes up a mindset. What do you have to say about that, Talika?
I love that. Your inner state, your attitude, and how
Thinking
you
process.
think about it. So yeah, I mean, I do believe mindset right now. What we think about is mostly about the state of mind and how we are thinking, but it is much more than that. I would explain it. It is much. It is not first of all to actually burst the myth that it is not the personality. So
Mhm.
mindset is not your personality. It is a part of your attitude. It is a part of your thinking process, but that's not all. It is your lens through which you look around the things, and accordingly you perceive it, and at the end you are taking a decision or taking a action towards it. So it is mostly a lens through which you're watching it and you're perceiving the things. Also, it is interesting to understand that it's not just about the lens, but what makes that lens. So, how, yeah. So, what makes that lens? It is your conditioning, it is your past experiences. So that all makes a lens. So the mindset is quite complex. It's not just a state of mind or your attitude. It definitely is not your personality. That doesn't define your personality. So it's much deeper. And in mindset map, you have different areas of mindset which will tell you a deeper inside. Your lenses through which you see the world.
Before moving forward to that, Talika, let's talk about the most basic thing of what people think. So usually we've heard, what are the types of mindset? If people can type in and let's see what they think. How many types of mindsets are there? And by the
Yeah,
time, do we get
yeah,
any
just yeah. Sorry, Ikra, go ahead.
did we get any response? Or should we, because this is a very short session, let's just move forward and say that the most common two mindsets that
I think we
usually
got the
people.
response. Yeah, we got the response. Natalie is saying open, limited. The Anne is saying the most talked about is always a fixed and the growth mindset. So yeah, so that is what normally we have heard people speaking about. Deepa is also saying growth mindset. Now, my dear friends, we just discussed that the mindset is something which is your lens through which you see the world, right? And the lens, as we're saying, that it has its own conditioning, and it is very situational based. So when we're mentioning a fixed or a growth mindset or a open or limited mindset, we just put the mindset in different compartment. Whereas your mindset is your thought process, your perception about the things, and as you all know, our thoughts or our perception is never either black or white always. There is a
So
big amount of gray area in between. So it's a myth. It's a myth, and we'll explain how it is. What do you have to say, Ikra?
Absolutely, Tilika. You explained it very beautifully. I would like to add that it cannot be just one or two, either fixed or growth. The
Yes.
spectrum is quite vast, and you need different mindsets for different goals or different things that you're working towards. So, that idea that it's just either fixed or growth is very generic, very basic, and alhamdulillah that we got to, I'm so grateful we get to study things that finally put things into perspective. Um, that it's not just that you, and it's not that you have, if you call yourself a fixed mindset, that's what you will be living with throughout your life. You have the opportunities to uh, bring in so many blends, which inshallah we'll be discussing moving forward, to recolor your mindset with whatever suits right, with whatever goal you're pursuing. So, yeah.
Absolutely, Ikra. And you need to understand that to have a growth mindset, you need to fix on something. That is your habit and your behavior. If you're not fixing on those habit and behavior, then you will not grow. So it is a mixture. The mindset tells about the mixture of what is required depending on your goals. It is very situational based. It is never static. You will never will be in a mindset because it's very situational based. So that is a very interesting point. And yes, for every single goal you need to have its own mindset, and to understand that, to get the goal, what are those elements of mindset which you required is very empowering, which we are going to discuss in detail while we do our session in detail,
Inshallah.
right? Yeah. So, okay, so now we understood what is mindset really is. What are a few of the myths we actually discussed, that mindset is neither fixed or growth, whereas it is situational based, it is not static. Also, we discussed that it varied with the goals also. So you don't you, I mean, you can't have a mindset, a single mindset which will make you achieve every single goal. For every single goal you need a defined element of mindset to achieve that goal. Yeah, and I also feel your mindset is something which is your internal architect, and it
Oh,
is, yeah, it is built on your conditioning, it is built on your experiences, it is built on till now how you see your world. And if that mindset is not serving you well right now, then I think it's time to change the lens. If not change, then start seeing it a different lens.
Tulika, just to dig more deeper into the mindset, we have three different levels of mindsets, meta, macro, and micro. Would you like to say something about it?
Yeah. So, as per the mindset map coaching, the mindsets are, there are three areas of mindset. I will not again divide into something, but the whole mindset requires three areas. And if I can explain it, there are three different layers or areas of mindset. One is your meta mindset. Your meta mindset tells you about the bigger picture, a bigger clarity of your mindset, what is required to achieve a goal. Second comes the macro mindset. Your macro mindset tells you the habits which is required for you to achieve this bigger picture or the bigger goal of your life. So, is this true enough to achieve a goal, to have a bigger picture clarity, and to have a sustainable habits or behavior which is required to achieve this? No,
Uh,
you need the action. And that tells you about the priority, the micro mindset, how you prioritize your action and how you take the action is also needs a particular kind of mindset. I'll just give you an example. What comes into bigger picture clarity? It comes your vision, your mission, which is your purpose, your passion, and your role, what role you're going to take that, and to maybe you're extremely passionate about something. Is that passion is enough to achieve the goal?
no, there are so many other things involved, which
I'm
will help you
extremely
or
passionate.
simply give up.
Yeah, I'm extremely passionate to go for 100 kilometer tracking. Is that just the passion is enough for me to achieve that?
Not really, right? You
Not
need to
really.
you need to have a whole mindset to be able to move forward with that. And that's what we explore in this mindset map coaching. Uh,
Hmm.
Talika, one thing that I wanted to add was as coaching is goal oriented, we work with a client because they have goals that they want to achieve, and whatever hurdles come in between, we help them come, face them or solve them or, conquer them and move forward to the goal. I love that mindset map coaching is not your just generic tools, it's this whole model that identifies everything from meta, macro to micro. It not just deals with a goal and you're here and your goal, but it kind of packs all the elements of, like we discussed, meta, macro, and micro, right? And that, for me, that has been very transformational. And I wish like everybody gets to hear about this and gets to experience this. What do you say? How was your experience with it?
I think that's the reason it is called Success Mindset Map Coaching, because what we do, we map our mindset to get the success. And as Vikra very rightly you mentioned, that just being positive towards your goal will not bring you to achieve that goal, but you need to have a right strategy to achieve that. And that strategy also required a mindset. For example, getting up every single day, 5 o'clock in the morning, and go out for a walk, which is required for me to achieve that goal, that particularly getting up also requires a mindset. At that time, what is my lens towards the getting up? So that comes into the habit, how you form the habit and what mindset you have to form the habit. There are different elements which we will discuss in detail. when we'll do our session in mindset mat, that what all elements comes into macro mindset, which is mostly forming the habits.
What is the biggest deep diving that we are doing in this session, Tilika?
So I think we are trying to understand what is the ideal mindset required to achieve a financial stability and robustness. I think which was my takeaway from this particular program, because that was my meta goal. I mean, you must be wondering what is meta goal. So we'll come that to a little late. We'll tell you what exactly is that. So I'll just share, I mean, as we are going through it, I'll just share my experience. So when I joined this mindset map, I felt the same kind of feeling that mindset is more about fit and growth, and I wanted to grow. So I wanted to understand what is the growth mindset and how I can actually tweak my mindset in that particular aspect. Interestingly, it was much more deeper and much more, I would say, it was the building block of my whole cell of my body, that it's not just that, but it requires a lot of attention of what I am doing and how I am doing. So my mindset also needed of the things which I wanted to achieve, but at the same time how I am doing those things. I'll just give an example of micro mindset, which is about your priorities and your actions. A very interesting facts came in while we were doing the assessment. So for your micro mindset, there are three very important elements which decide that how you're going to prioritize anything in your life. And I never thought in that way before. And what it says that to prioritize something, you need to love that whatever you're doing it. You need to be good at it, and also you need to spend time. Have you ever thought of that while you are prioritizing the thing, Ikra?
Not before Mindset Maps coaching, but now I do because now it kind of makes sense. You can't just, pursue anything like that. If you have to prioritize it, you should be able to tick the boxes or work towards ticking the three things that you said. And yeah, so no, not I did not think of that before, but now I do it. Even when I get into conversations with people, this point comes to my mind, and I'm like, I need to tell this, and then I tell them. So
Hmm.
so yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That has changed my perspective toward prioritization, which normally many a times I feel if I'm spending too much time on that, that is on my priority list. But if I'm not liking it, what I'm doing it, you're not in the right mindset of writing that thing. So this time you have to give it a thought that what exactly you wanted. And it is very interesting fact. I would just like to ask any of the participant if they just mention something which is a priority right now for them. And I just want to ask them that how they are prioritizing it. Any participant, if they wanted to come, that something which is extremely important for them at this point of time. Anyone wanted to just share? Mm, anyone? Ikra, do you have anything in your mind which normally you're taking it as a priority right now in your life?
So Rika, I will talk about the business that I launched in Ramadan, which
Mm-hmm.
so a quick uh, story that I this Ramadan, before Ramadan, I got this idea of launching a business which is related to the Ramadan itself, and I worked on it and
Mm-hmm.
I launched it. But and I could, move forward with it and keep going on with it. But was that a priority? It was my passion, but was it a priority? That is something that I dabbled on and realized that no, right now my coaching career is what needs my priority because I'm getting good at it. I'm passionate about it. What were the three things? I'm good at it. I'm spending time on it. Uh,
And
so so
yeah.
those were the questions I asked myself, and I had to just it gives so much clarity, and it really helped me take the right decisions. And it really helped me move forward with proper intention and satisfaction. So there's no room for doubt now, because I in depth figured out how I want to proceed.
Interesting, Ikra. So, just one clarity of that, how you can prioritize a thing will give you so much of clarity that how you want to move forward. Uh, Here, Sabine has mentioning that I'm surprised these are the principles I learned in Ikigai coaching. So, yes, it is important because we are talking about uh, what is important, what is priorities we are going to give. And I think Ikigai coaching also have that what you love, and it's a combination of all those things. So yes, there will be an overlapping of things, but this is much more in depth than just to know what is important for you, but in every layers how to have the ideal mindset aligned with your goal. uh,
Yes.
so when we're talking about the goal, so this whole session we are going to take it is around financial robustness. So Ikra, I really wanted to ask you because, and let me tell you why. Because me and Ikra was a part of the same program where initially we were not very sure that that is what we are looking for, but something within us, and we felt that this is something which we really wanted to prioritize. As of now, it is not a priority, but we wanted to prioritize. So Ikra, I wanted to ask you, what is your understanding about financial robustness or financial stability?
Oh, Talika, that's a very good question, and I can sit here and talk about it all day long. But to summarize it, I would say, especially being in this field as a coach. So, you once you get into the coaching and you see the impact of it, you often start working just towards the impact, and your passion is connected to the change you're making in people's life and the way their lives are getting transformed. So that is what keeps fueling your passion, and you're really happy about it. But then what about the financial stability that you should be working on, to be in order to be able to sustain this all that you're working towards? And earlier, just just like others who have just started their coaching journey, initially I did not know how to put it all together. I was not even sure if this I was not even sure if I should charge people for my services initially. So have been after being through that journey, understanding the importance of how to put it all together and add it to your financial robustness, it has been very, very, very rewarding for me. And to say what financial robustness is to be able to sustain what you're liking, what you're working towards, and what sparks your curiosity, interest, or whatever your goal is. So that's what I would say. What would you say?
I think you rightly mentioned, and I also feel that initially when I started, I was seeing, let me very candid, I was seeing financial robustness as a money, like everyone is speaking about money. And when I get into details of the mindset, then I realize that what kind of mindset and beliefs and values you have around that subject, be it financial stability or money, makes a huge difference of how you're going to achieve it. So I definitely had some beliefs which were broken in this particular coaching program, which I'm so happy. But yeah, absolutely right. Your financial stability is not just about earning the money, but to make you understand that your financial stability or robustness will come only if you align your meta, macro, and micro in alignment to the what you want to achieve. For
Mm,
example, it should align with your value system, it should align with your beliefs, what your beliefs have it, and also what actions you're taking to actually achieve that financial robustness. I wanted money, I can, as people say, I can manifest, but I am going to achieve that. you have to take actions, and you have to take action which is alignment with your passion, your vision, your values, and also your belief system. So that is in detail about what exactly is financial robustness. But at the same time, we will also discuss few of the very important element which required when you wanted to have a financial robustness through your business, from your business, or from a particular a project you have it. So that in-depth discussion we'll do it when we'll come up with the session. Right, Ikra. So we spoke about, Ikra, I think just to tell our viewers, we spoke about my meta goal, which was a financial robustness. So, Ikra, would you like to explore more about that? What is the meta goals in terms of, we are talking about mindset map coaching?
Yeah. Before getting into meta goals, Tulika, I just quickly want to explain what is this mindset map coaching. Just a quick to to put it in simple words, it's just a powerful framework that helps you align your mindset with your goals. So it's that, this whole whatever assessment we do, whatever steps we do in the coaching is just to understand what is your current mindset and what ideal mindset you require for the goal that you're working towards, which then covers everything that we all, Tolika, discussed in details, our meta mindset, our macro mindset, and micro mindset. Um, so we start this coaching with the assessment, and that is what is special about this particular coaching framework, that we do it based on an assessment. And though today and in the coming session that we are going to have in depth, we are exploring financial robustness. Overall, we have certain ideal meta goals. Yes, meta goals that we work to, that kind of comprise all the things that you could work towards. We divide we There are five. One is to increase our personal satisfaction. If that is what you want and not financial robustness, we have a framework that we follow towards that. Then we have uh, four more that inshallah we'll be discussing further in the session where we will talk in detail. But so all these ideal mindsets that we have put together comprise of anything and everything that you could possibly want to work towards. And so these assessments lead to us figuring out what ideal mindset the gap in the current and ideal mindset. And that is what we handle in these coaching sessions. And through these tools, that's what we help you to go towards. Oh, you're on mute, Tulika.
Okay. Yes, absolutely right. I was just trying to see if I can show some of the reports how it comes. So yeah, so absolutely okay. Your what you mentioned, that it starts with the assessment, but before that we need to have some idea about your vision, mission, your bigger picture in life, and around that we start the assessment. And based on the assessment, it throws a lot of information. It tells you about what is your current mindset and what is the ideal mindset required. So obviously how to fill the gap. Also, it tells you about your red flags. Something that tells you about the health scan of your mindset, that what are the red flags which you need to work on. It also indicates about your mindset is either inflated or deflated, or your mindset is dreamer or realistic and critics. And based on the coaching, you can actually fill the gap wherever the gap is required, wherever the gap is there. So it is much more detailed assessment, and also the coaching also is much more detailed and very unique. I've done coaching many ways: NLP, EI, ICF. I'm in love with mindset map coaching, and only because I feel this is the one coaching which includes your cognitive, your somatic, yet your metaphoric, all intelligence over there, emotional intelligence, your cognitive, because The tools are designed in that way, where we are using our somatic gestures, where we are using our metaphoric gesture, and where we are using our feelings, and obviously cognitively. So it's an interesting tool, I would say. If you're a coach, if you're looking to have a tool which is unique for yourself, I would suggest to go for this mindset map coaching. And if you want more, anything you wanted to know more, me and Ikra can help you out. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a housewife, if you are someone who is struggling with a relationship, and you know that what is that which can fix up in your relationship, and you feel that there's something wrong with how you're perceiving the things, then come to us. We'll do the assessment, and depending on whatever the assessment throws, we'll give you what we can use as a tool in the coaching, and we can do the coaching session. So this is a just about the mindset. I think we are almost there with our time. Almost, we have actually crossed the time. So I would like to hear from our audience if they have any questions, and in depth, in detail, we'll come up with the in detail session very soon, where actually I will show you the reports and how to take the assessments and what all the reports consist of. And in that particular session, we'll talk about how to achieve the financial robustness, especially. So any questions from the audience? Either you can write it down if you're driving, or
If
you
you're
can
driving, you should not write it down.
yeah, sorry. And you can show me your face and ask the question. I would love to see you and hear from you. Okay, I don't think so we have questions here.
I would like to repeat again, Talika, what you said, that if you do have any, if you straight away want to get, if you're curious about how this works and if you want to take the assessments, please reach out to us. If you're curious about how this works and if you would like to explore more, then please join us. Inshallah, soon we'll be announcing the in detail, in depth session that inshallah we're coming up with. So you get to experience or see what this is all about even further to help you
Mhm.
be able to decide and maybe pick a few things and be able to apply it in your life and see how it benefits you, inshallah. We do have a question, Tulika. Somebody is
Mhm.
asking, can you highlight the immediate impacts one gets through this mindset mapping?
I would have never imagined that I got so many insight while just doing the assessment. I haven't started the coaching, but just by doing the assessment, I heard what I was speaking. I was seeing that what was going around in terms of my behavior, my actions, and it gave me so much of insight about my mindset. And on reflection of that, actually before getting into the coaching, I already kind of switched some of the mindset, and I started working of that. So you will be amazed to see that how impactful this particular tool is. And it is very powerful when it comes to self discovery and understand your mindset and perspective.
Yeah, and I would like to add there, Tanika, the clarity we get over our vision, mission, ambition, and so many more things. You, it's like you come with a brain fog, or even if you have a little bit idea of what you want, but the neat clarity that you get is something that I've never experienced before, because going through this process gave me so much of clarity. And watching others go through this process, I've seen the light bulb moments, the sighs and the realizations that then you don't have any other choice but to move forward to your vision. So this is something that I would say is the immediate impact that I have experienced and I have witnessed.
I think I'm a testament of yours, because we did a coaching together, and I can't even forget your face and the metaphoric intelligence which was coming for you. So, yes, it is very powerful. To understand and know more, please join a session. And also, if you're interested knowing more about assessments or training programs, you can be in touch with either of us, or you can just be in touch with the Inspiration Station. We are all here to help you out. Okay, so if we don't have any more questions, is it a good time, Ikra, to close our session? Thank
Thank
you
you
so
for
much.
joining us today and listening to us and being part of this. Thank you.
And looking forward to see you on our next session.
Yes, inshallah.
Thank you so much. Bye.